Hey Scorpio, welcome to Intention 1111. I'm here to do your weekend Scorpio from the 3rd through the 9th ish. Wanted to say thank you to everybody viewing the videos and interacting with the channel, commenting. I appreciate y'all. New subscribers, welcome, and those of you who've been there since day one, I appreciate you guys. If you'd like to book a personal read with me, you can reach me at whereyourintentions at intentions1111.com. Or I still am accepting a request from the Jezebelway at gmail.com. If I have not answered your request for reading just yet, I'm getting to that this evening for the upcoming week. So thank you for the requests. Okay, so I think Venus is out of retrograde or going out of retrograde today. Then Mercury will be coming out of retrograde pretty soon over the next week or 2 weeks. So that should alleviate a lot, but what you should have learned from this situation is to let things pass out of your life and take action in order to correct things that are triggering you. So let's see what we got for Scorpio this week. Slow down to relax, Scorpio. Dawn of Love, Heart of the Matter coming out for you this evening. Love is rising on the horizon of your life. Okay, great. So that can mean romantic love or self-love or whatever. But maybe you're acting in love, right? Break to copy, excuse me. I should have my glasses on. Break to enjoy the beauty around you. Okay, yeah, so it's okay to take breaks. It's okay to relax. It's okay when your body's telling you, hey, I need, and you can't get the motivation or whatever, and that's pretty unusual for you. Maybe it's time to take a break or slow down. Heart of the matter, align life's pathways through the heart. So somebody here is getting in alignment with want tos instead of have tos, right? Whether that's in love or career or in life interests, right? And it's kind of feels like it may be hard won. Getting in alignment with what your authentic truth is not always easy. Sometimes that means you're losing friends, you're losing jobs, you're losing communities, you're losing whatever, right? Maybe a way of life. But in the long run, you're gaining yourself. So I was talking to somebody earlier today, and they had been gone for the weekend, and they were saying, it's when I'm coming home, I'm feeling this great anxiety. As soon as I see a specific landmark, I am just overwhelmed with anxiety. And so sometimes when that happens, maybe that's an indicator that there needs to be a change made in your life. So some of you may be experiencing that out there. So let's see what we got for Scorpio. So this week may be faced with getting down to the brass tacks of things. Strength. Yeah. Strength to overcome. Okay. So this is about truth versus money. Moving forward with something you love. Truth versus money. Truth versus money. Money versus happiness. The burdens of work for some of you. The burdens of life. Hey, you know what? I'd love to go on and be a master potter or whatever, pottery maker, but I've got bills to pay. Page of coins, and then comes the offer for you to do that. Some of you also this week might be selling a house or buying a house. So that may be an offer. Some of you also, there's an offer for work coming in. And it's going to be wish fulfillment. It's going to be a victory. A new relationship. with work, job, career, love, whatever. Okay, so let's kind of see what you can expect, Scorpio, for career this week. Nurture what's working instead of paying attention to not what's not working, right? Sometimes it is getting down to the idea of having to make a change, and sometimes it's a matter of perspective change. So here I'm kind of seeing that what you nurture is what will grow. Where your attention goes, right? Whatever the saying is. So where is your attention this week? Are you focused on what's not working, or are you going to focus on what is working and nurture that part? And it's with work, nurturing something at work, whether it's relationships or the work itself. Pay attention to what's working and gravitate toward that. Also, I see this week it might benefit Scorpio, as Scorpio might be receiving accolades. This color indicates the throat chakra, so there may be praise given, or you may be giving praise. Be mindful this week about focusing on what's working, especially if you're in any sort of supervisory capacity. You want to encourage what you see that's being done well, instead of focusing on damage control, instead of focusing on what's not working. So giving praise and receiving praise may be a big thing this week, especially in the throat. It looks like nurturing work relationships might also be something that you do this week. You may have found that there's somebody at work who may be having a really hard time integrating, or maybe they're new on the job, or maybe they're not looked at appropriately by their coworkers. There may be something here, Scorpio, about bringing out that person's talents that may come your way this week. And if you have that opportunity, befriend that person, or point out what they're doing well this week, right? You may be faced with that. There's going to be a new opportunity this week in work, so let's see what that is. 3 of Coins usually indicates a home, or maybe an office location, or a work location, right? So let's see what that's about. You also might find this week that your artistry is highlighted, or maybe focus on more creative tasks this week. Concentration. So there may be issue with location this week in work, something. Concentration is going to be key this week. Chaotic week maybe at the office, or chaotic week at work for some of you. Emotionally chaotic. Through this Venus and Mercury retrograde, lots of relationships have been changing. So you might have to really focus on work this week. It may be more difficult to focus on work this week. There's some sort of breakthrough happening for you guys this week that prevents a tower moment. So realign your focus at work this week. For whatever that means to you guys out there. Realign your focus. Do not let yourself get distracted. Let's see about your money. Juggling this week again. Balance. Changes incoming, again with an offer. Maybe there's something that will bring in extra money. There's a lot of burden this week with bill paying. A lot of burden this week with being overwhelmed with money. I know a lot of people are experiencing that, but this is saying here, any opportunity that comes your way to earn money this week, take it. Take it this week. That's going to make the difference in juggling and being overwhelmed. So if you have other side hustles or you have other opportunities to earn money this week, maybe a little overtime or whatever you're offered, take it, because that makes all of the difference. There's also something here about intuition with your money. Have you ever heard that saying, like, what is it? Sly like a fox or something like that, right? And that comes from, the fox zigging and zagging, or running around and acting totally ape shit, right, when it knows it's being hunted. And it serves as a distraction for predators, right? And the fox appears to be out of its mind, right? But it knows exactly what it's doing. Pouncing on opportunities. So let me clarify that, because that's an odd one, but there's something about listening to your intuition this week about your money. When someone is going this way, you need to go the opposite direction with something. So let me see if I can get what that's about. Show me transformation. High priestess. Mm-hmm. It's all about maintaining the peace this week. So your intuition may be telling you that you need to maintain your balance this week with money. Take other opportunities in order to create a more some revenue this week. Whatever it takes, right? So don't sleep on opportunities this week to make money. You may need it. So let's see kind of what we have in love this week. A lot of relationships changing. Doesn't mean they're ending and beginning. It just means there may be some changes involved this week in relationships. Maybe some unnecessary or some argumentative vibes this week. Again, this card indicates to focus on what's working. Focus on what's working, not what's working. What's hot. People are getting broke. There's a lot of energy happening with the retrogrades. Everybody's kind of on edge. So, and that comes out in people in lots of different ways. Some people are ultra aggressive. Some people dissociate, right? But this is talking about nurturing something. You are also either not being seen or someone's not seeing you in the appropriate way. There's something here that you're missing about somebody, or somebody's missing about you. Someone also may be looking for some kind of clues. I don't know what that's about. Oh. The forest for the trees. So some of you out there who are someone is having an issue here about what you do for a living or how much money you make, or vice versa. Switch it how you need it. Thinking lesser of you, or it's not quite what they're looking for because they're viewing you in a certain light according to what you do for a living. I don't know. You should continue to remain unseen. Okay, so the Emperor comes out as clarification. You see this lady here, she looks like she's homeless or whatever, okay? And she's totally not. She's supposed to be like an angel or something like that in there, right? And you've got someone here looking for something. And they're saying here that you're not quite that, or they can't possibly see themselves being married to maintenance man or a maintenance woman or whatever. But what they don't understand is that you might own the company, right? So there's something here, Scorpio, and you guys will know out there what I'm trying to get across. Someone is looking at you. They're not seeing the full picture of who you are, whether it's your job or whatever. And the advice here is to continue to let them see you that way. Because either their intentions aren't in the right place, or this is a situation of validating. If they don't want to know you authentically and they're worried about what you can provide for them in the long run, then that's not the person for you. If that's what they're seeking as validation in life, then they can move on to someone who provides that for them, right? So it's okay for them to continue to look at you in this way, because that will reveal more about who they are than it does reveal about who you are. Even though you come out here as the Emperor, but this person is seeing you in this way, right? And they're thinking that that's lesser, even though this guy's probably working in this community garden for free on his off time. This guy here may own the company, but this person's looking at him like, oh, he's a painter or whatever, right? It's okay. Continue to let them look at you this way, so that they can make their exit. You continue doing what works and focusing on what's working. So let's see. Show me Scorpio's love life this week. Again, you got 2 Ten of Swords here that indicate some of you may be moving on from a particular situation this week. There's a lot of deception involved in the money. A lot of deception involved in whether or not, this came out in the reverse, right? Whether or not this person makes the decision to move forward with you based on what you have or what you can give them. So you need to be very mindful of that this week. Put a halt on anything that you're doing that may be trying to impress someone. Don't impress them, because this is actually who they are, the devil. They're looking for, it's greed, it's excess, right? And this is kind of what you're going to be getting down the road with this person. So have the strength to kind of walk away from situation if you're not being seen appropriately, and never look back. The Queen here, again, the Emperor, the Queen of Coins, the CEO, being viewed as whatever. So even don't let your ego run away with you, okay? The best owner, the best boss in the world is someone who's willing to go and get their hands dirty and work right alongside the people that they're paying to work for them, right? Or however it works out. That is a good leader. So this person is concerned about how good your bank account looks, not how good you are at your job, or how loving you are as a person, or they're not concerned with you. They're concerned with what they feel like you can give them. Okay, so keep that in mind. Some of you may be experiencing that this week. Let them see you how they're going to see you. Don't try to change their mind. Don't try and change their mind. You need to see them for who they are. That's the point, right? You need to see what they are, not necessarily what you are. All right, so let's see what Scorpio can expect for the rest of the week. Okay, again, Scorpio, you may be feeling like you're blocking things out this week because there's really someplace else you want to be. And there's going to be a lot of feelings of being overwhelmed this week. So remember to stay grounded. Listen to your instincts. Offers are coming in. Creative. Get into your creative space to ground. There may be a lot of juggling of responsibilities or money this week. Do not get wrapped up in getting overwhelmed in everything that needs to be done, right? The dishes are always going to be there. The laundry's always going to be there. Don't get in a hurry, right? Because as soon as you load it, the dishwasher, there's going to be another sink full of dishes right behind it. I'm not saying live like a slob. Just saying, hey, that's something that's always going to be ongoing. Focus on your priorities. Don't become overwhelmed by tasks that really are not priority this week. That's the way that you move forward and you conquer this week, right? Maybe there's going to be some overwhelming energy this week. A lot of burnout too, I'm feeling. So again, take some time to do something creative, or take some time this week to get back to that authentic self. Again, this Page of Cups fell out. So there's something here about Scorpios this week revisiting things that bring them joy, right? Also, some of you might be having a lot of childhood memories pop up this week. But this is about that true, authentic self. You know, before the world said, oh, you got to be this or that, right? So there's some journey you may be taking this week regarding that. Let's see what you don't see coming. There could be some conflict again at work. Remember to focus on what's working. That's the key, not focusing on what's not working. Tensions are going to be very high for everyone this week. I don't know what's going on there. Crazy like a fox, right? That's the saying. Again, someone is here trying to see you in a different way. Let them see you. Let them continue to see you that way, because that's going to show you what you need to see about them. Trust your intuition this week. Get on opportunities being presented to you to increase revenue streams. Do not focus on conflict this week at all, because that's just going to breed more conflict. So I think there may be some conflict incoming. The way around that is, and this conflict may present a new path for you, a new opportunity for you. Stay grounded and focus on what's working this week and follow your gut instincts. So let's get some advice cards for Scorpio. Don't try to change people's minds this week. You must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. Okay. Maybe you're forgiving yourself. Say goodbye to your past and leave the baggage behind for good. Do not live in ego. Do not let your ego run away this week. Do not seek validation this week. Live your life with both feet in. Commit to fully being here. Grounding. Stop giving away your power. Don't try to impress. Don't try to impress this week. Let people see things for what they are. Sometimes when we're quiet and we observe, we see a lot more than when we're trying to force or trying to change people's minds or trying to be relevant. If people think that you're irrelevant, that's really the best place that you can ever be. Because at that point, you're freed from expectation, and you can do what you like, but you're also able to observe what is actually going on in situation. That's a very Scorpio type energy. So get your spidey senses on this week. Anyway, Scorpios, that's what I have for y'all, and I will see you later.